Ye mahefo nyina akwa abaye to akase bo no eso.
Ye kona Asin Central mashebedwane oninyafo Kennedy Japan no akwa akotwa ahomamu se yensi ayarsabea bia ebeboa ama womo a ebehwe akomayare eho nsem ewo 37 military hospital ewo nkran ha.
Baby ye akomayare ho adwuma meche cardio center ena Asin Central mashebedwane onimunyafo Kennedy akompreko Japan de aso abofoma ye ba besibi ewo 37 abayare sabia yesi edan no ewie befa empa beye aduowotwe enema ye abefodie ene bebema beboa ama adwumadie ne hyehye akosoye na Chief of Defence Staff Vice Admiral Set Amwama ekasa de tudwache mu se dwumadi omu edi ne ho kanyina no onimunyafo Kennedy akompreko Japan Asin Central mashebedwane wafa ho kanyina wabona baso edana se ekyerese wayade.
The center, when completed, will have the capacity to provide specialist diagnostic and treatment for people with cardiovascular and respiratory diseases. It will also offer training and research opportunities to our medical staff both in Ghana and within the sub-region. I wish to recognize and appreciate the main sponsor of the project in the person of Honorable Kennedy Ohene Japan, the Member of Parliament for Asin Central and Chairman of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Defense and Interior. Honorable, your kind gesture has fully demonstrated your unflinching love for the people of Ghana and the Ghana Armed Forces in particular. It has also reinforced your determination to contribute to healthcare in general and in Ghana's development.
Onimunyafo Kennedy akompreko Japan Asin Central mashebedwane enso ekasaye nensmode etu edwa eni.
The National Cardiothoracic Center has over the years served as surgical hub for patients not only from Ghana but the whole of West Africa sub-region. Research has further revealed that since relatively little can be done to reduce the incidence of congenital heart defects, a high number of persons will continue to require such prompt and reliable surgical interventions. You will agree with me that we have to be prepared to concentrate our efforts towards enhancing the country's capacity in that aspect of healthcare. These, therefore, inform my decision to contribute my quota in that regard. I chose the 37 military hospital because I have always had the burning desire to contribute significantly in strengthening your capacity to deliver. This is added to my close association with some of your staff, as well as my admiration for your service delivery to all and sundry over the years.
Nansente meba betu dwase ensase semo manso bi ekoso ewo Ghana Armed Forces na afei na nanmata nkonwa wom wolla ene emabu no wolla entem na eno na osoafo hwe ensase ene oboade ne pa ho nsem eso onobo samo obuginapo ate committee bi se committee ni nye ensem mu hwehwemu na report no wonfa emra wo chirema wo so oguso na June busumi enkwa wie de na report no ode ababonten.
The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, what steps the ministry has taken so far, and what further steps the ministry plans to take to resolve the issues of land disputes between the military and the La Traditional Council, as well as the youth of La. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, the La Traditional Council, over the years, has submitted a number of petitions to the government for the release of some lands in Burma camps and other parts of Accra. The two parties, namely the La Traditional Council and the Ghana Armed Forces, have exhibited a high level of cooperation, constructiveness, and seem to be engaging in good faith. It is my expectation that the committee will submit its report by the end of this month, June 2021, and hopefully, out of which we should be able to resolve conclusively all the long-standing issues in controversy. Whatever decision government will eventually come to ought to be motivated by the law the established facts and should be capable of standing rigorous scrutiny. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Si ahwefo bekaya enche bia na ambulance foforo de ba maga na musen fanfa ayarefo ne epirafo mfankwa ayesabria no ekowia se na ye de bi fa cement na eno na odinyafo kwakwagema meno yeso afofhwapon de unsanso de to dwachirim se saa de na esi ye no wo mo ye mu hwehwemu de den esan se ambulance bia no ye de tracker abọ ho a bia ambulance no befa bia no ye betum sa ha na ye wonti hwehwemu no ekoso de den.
I rise to ask the Minister for Health what mechanism has been put in place by the Ministry to monitor the effectiveness of ambulances distributed recently. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, the National Ambulance Service received the 307 ambulances procured by the government through the Ministry of Special Development Initiatives under the One Constituency, One Ambulance policy on 28 January 2020. After they were commissioned by the President, His Excellency, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Mr. Speaker, prior to the commissioning, all the ambulances were fitted with tracking devices, with monitoring screens at the National Dispatch Center in Accra to monitor the ambulances for effective operations. Mr. Speaker, each of the ambulances also has a tablet which is linked to the dispatch center by a GPS system for communication between the dispatch center and the ambulance crew, and also for easy direction to locations of distress calls. Mr. Speaker, all the ambulances are also fitted with GOTA radio communication systems provided by the National Security for easy and prompt communication between the dispatch center and the ambulances. Mr. Speaker, to achieve effective monitoring of the ambulances, the service has acquired additional monitoring screens which are being fixed in all the 16 dispatch centers in the 16 regions so that each region can effectively monitor the ambulances within their jurisdiction. Mr. Speaker, these mechanisms are to ensure that the movement of all the ambulances are always monitored to ensure their effective use. The ambulance service has its mode of operations, including servicing the vehicles. This particular ambulance was one of the 307, and we have signed a service agreement with the supplier for a number of months before the ambulance service could take over the entire service of these ambulances. At the time these incidents occurred, we were in that service agreement, and therefore it was the supplier who should have repaired the vehicle. So the supplier's workshop, where this ambulance was actually placed, which caused these particular incidents. At the time, it wasn't even in the hands of the ambulance service. We are using workshops, some belonging to Ghana Health Service, some belonging to ambulance service itself. And we also appoint in certain areas where we don't have our own workshops, accredited workshops to service these vehicles. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Said ye bena Ghana Water Company Limited what this sumpa ebema omani enye sika entino wo mo adra automatic metering laboratory for kra edi ewo enkran.
Dr. Clifford Brima awo no eye kwanchefo ede ema ensu adwumaku no echechensemu echensentwofo se meter foforo no mode abaye smart meters no eboa ema illegal connection etu etwa ena afenso obi ema ofie enkase ebekinka meter na se brewidi meter no ansana ya dubil abreu we eye nimdia abomo ede ahye ensu yehye ni mebeboa amasika omo eje ede ema oman no emu atimi apeja.
No revenue is one of the critical areas of Ghana Water Company, critical challenges that we faced. We brought in Aquavites to come and resolve it for us. They live with us for more than 5 years. And the target we gave them as a country was that every 5 years, they should reduce it by 5%. So from 55%, it remained there. I can say that as at 2017, the non-revenue was about 54%. And from 54%, bringing it to 38% by April 2021 means that as Ghanaians, we have the capacity to resolve our own problems.
Na Chief Manager Edima Technology and Innovation Edima Insu Ejumeko Engineer Richard Apia Wotu enso ekasa cheche smart meters na dwumamu yi.
Smart meters no e will be a friend communication modular I said the ho. One back put me say you will be at the mobile phone so be ekra on na momentum bia otwema and no epic readings from the parkour meter no so ba machine no so straight na office and who here say bia ganota meter reader beba fiaba baby ready na you will be your friend no friends concentrators no the disease mantam binum there and say meters nankasa send a message to concentrator no SIM card na concentrator na send message about your server so office ama and no ankasa you use data no the generated bill after na shas here enti yemfa system ni nyam put in place nti say you are meter reader best at your bank account to say ya to meter no bebre to wi a eno no ye hia se bia meter reader beba obi baba ofia na so wa be check am se bia problem bi on ho ya hwe say ye de beba lab ha be calibrate because time bia say hwe say bibia ye adwuma pepepe so far ya 100,000 smart meters and crying kwa ya about 80,000 on crying and na dia kana shama Ghana bia o smart meter wo fie na say obi ekate bia ebewia unsuo na quickly nankasa meter no determine alarm na say ni say meter no obi atamper enti reduce illegal connection na ma so bi unsuo bi wia unsuo a ma alarm e pekeka say no pressure ne flow no say the time bia ba na ntisa enti quickly na ama ya let say yemra say bibi aba ho aboapa because say no ma customer any ye na obia doubt be my intem meter reading no enti yenya the right volumes e be measure na the bill ama customers no bills enti revenue e cost kakra.
Andy Samayoko no de nsemi kodan tachiman say ye wenchi circuit court so mo hwenka wasam ne nyina fa tachiman south abaye to ya mrahebdwa dibre no na court no kire say nsemi anhyeda antoto ye to yabo Andy Samayoko no ka 4,000 Ghana cedis.
Ene ye ba court a asemesi ene say NDC for edi ba say omo de bedan court say court ma omo kwan na omunye nsesan bi wo omasem kan mu court GB to mu court bo bi so egui court say ansam na omde bae no omde abadada ama wabua tesa no mu bu court anintia essay court time eno hunti no court ma omo cost 7,000 eno omo pacho and court take so ba 4,000 Ghana cedis so omuntia. Apart from that, 4,000 only quantity schema 40 million. Apart from that, almost half a ye lawyer for any electoral commission lawyer. Ye dear seven, ye nim home shade. One fetch fresh say electoral commission for hospital for police for Bimra Emeka Assembly Court. Obra yene enu di asem no yenim ho hwe court say saade no anwanwasem se obetima di sa adwuma no enti court say wasay nkofo na daje so ode wo ba court ne enti on kan che nipa odi na asem no na onpe ka akatua ema sa nipa no a omo ba court ne no afeso ka say court enyi sa nipa no telephone number ma sebe ya ohwehwe court si da bi otimi nya sa adwuma no enti ne court e baaye no ye de ye gitum se yewura Martin ejemesa kosa wodi kunim
ye dikase boy eko ahomegye mu ye ba sese a